What's up, Aries? And thank you guys so much for tuning in. So guys, I'm just getting to your August reading. Apologize for the delay. I had an amazing summer, so I promise, like, within the next 2 weeks, I'll be back to normal. I'll be posting things on time again. I really just enjoyed my time, wanted to spend time with friends and family. So y'all are awesome for just being so patient, and thank you for those who have been supporting me through this time. So guys, let's get through everything. I'm super excited. I'm going to use a new deck for you guys. And if you're like me, you're going to see the deck and get obsessed. So I'm just going to start by saying it is Tarot of Dreams, okay, by Caro Marchetti. If any of you are tarot enthusiasts and you want one for yourself, okay. Alright guys, so let's see what's going on. Now I'm going to be coming out with your mid-month readings next, although we're basically kind of there, so you guys will definitely have a lot of guidance in regards to what's going on. And I'll get to love this month because I wasn't able to do it last month because, again, Lissette was chilling. So let's see what's going on, Aries. I apologize for the background. Everything is under construction. Alright, so let's see what is going on for the sign of Aries. This is going to be Sun, Moon, and Rising signs. Now, this is a general reading, guys, so if you ever want to see what's going on with you, you can always get a personal reading, okay? And I leave all of that information in the description below. Alright, what is going on for the sign of Aries? Now, since this is general, whatever comes out, okay? Could be love, could be finance. So let's get this nice and shuffled here. All right, my loves. Okay. Alright guys, so the energy that we have here is the Two of Coins in the reverse, okay? So this would be the Two of Pentacles in the reverse. And there's something here, you know, whether it was a decision that you guys made or something that needed to be dropped in order for you guys to find balance in your life. You have the Star card in the reverse, so something that you definitely lost faith in. Okay, maybe you're dealing with the Taurus, Virgo, or Capricorn, or maybe this is something that has to do with your prosperity, with your monetary wealth, okay? But with the Knight of Coins, there is something here that you're moving forward with that's being built in a slow way, but there is passion towards it. And I do see things really, really balancing out. But while you're finding this sense of balance, I feel like there's a karmic situation or just a situation that you were dealing with that you have to kind of fall out from, something that you no longer want to grow with, something that you don't think is going to go past a certain extent. But with the Ace of Coins, you still have something new coming in. Something that is going to be built slowly in most cases. But out of all the other aces, this is the one that really has a strong promise of longevity. Of something that, you know, could really last in your life for a while. Something that can be passed down through generations if it's wealth. Something that can last a long time if it's like a new friendship or a relationship. So something very promising coming in despite something that you have to let go of, okay? Now, the first card that we have for the past, guys, is the Emperor in the reverse, okay? So with the Emperor in the reverse, this is going to be someone here who's being fake or dishonest about a situation. In some cases, it could be you guys, and I'm only saying that because this is a card that represents Aries and Virgo, okay? So it could be you guys being fake and dishonest about something, but it could also be a sense of you being fake and dishonest with yourself about something. So it doesn't have to necessarily be one person screwing over somebody else. Just someone not being honest with themselves. This is also something that can have to do with someone who's being very stubborn, someone who's very used to being right all the time, but in this case they're not right, but you can't tell them that they're wrong, okay? So that's where that stubborn energy comes in. And we have the Page of Coins in the reverse. So with the Page of Coins in the reverse, either someone that you guys stopped talking to or they stopped talking to you, or something that you were working on where now you're realizing that no matter how much you go back to the drawing boards, it just wasn't working out the way that you wanted it to. Okay. And we have the Hangman. So, you know, something that's clearly not working out, not moving forward. Maybe you're being dishonest about things. Maybe you're just knowing something's not good for you at this point. But you're not really overexerting yourself. You're going with the flow. Okay, you're really not in a place where you want to bend over backwards, especially for something that doesn't resonate strongly within you anymore. All right. The next card that we have for your past is the Ten of Coins. All right, Ten of Pentacles in the reverse. So either a huge loss of money that you go through, or some big loss in regards to abundance, something that you could have felt wealthy or happy in before, where now you don't have that same feeling. All right, and you have the Justice card. So this could be something that has to do with anything legal you can be part of. This could be something karmic too. Okay, whether you brought it on yourself or, you know, someone else's karma that you kind of got swept up in. You have the King of Swords. So you could have been dealing with a Libra, Aquarius, or Gemini, but this could also be a sense of somebody being very stern with something, cutting out what's not working for them, and just trying to think very clearly and logically about where they're going to be moving forward. Okay. The last card for the past is the Five of Coins in the reverse. So with this Five of Pentacles in the reverse, a sense of you guys getting over anything that could have been difficult for you, especially if it has to do with money, or if it has to do with something that you felt you lost, a sense of rejection, a felt of being, you know, a sense of being left out in the cold. So you guys, you know, getting in a place where you're finally getting past that and you're starting to see the light in things. All right, we have the Ten of Cups. So you start to get past a hard time, and with the Ten of Cups, there's a lot of happiness here. You know, a strong, stable feeling within family, you know, around loved ones, just feeling like you have everything that you need. And we have the Seven of Swords in the reverse. So this is interesting because there's actually some sort of secret that comes out, something that was hidden that comes to light. But in this case, it's something that made you guys very happy. So maybe a secret inheritance you didn't know about. Maybe somebody got proposed to, or maybe someone asked you, hey, I've been feeling you for a while. Let's get into a relationship. Let's make this something. But something comes out, something that was, you know, kept hidden. And it's something that causes you guys to become happy. Okay, you have the Knight of Wands and the Eight of Wands in the reverse, so there could be someone or something that you cut off in the process, but I feel like you're really, really happy to cut this off, or you're really happy to let go of whatever you need to let go of, you know, with whatever news came in. Now, in your present moment, Aries, the first card that we have is the Four of Coins, so it could be you guys being guarded or just being, you know, very frugal with your money. Okay, let's see why this is here. We have the Ten of Swords. So a strong sense of betrayal, something that ends harshly, something that could end suddenly. And you finding yourself guarded towards this. Six of Swords in the reverse. Having a hard time letting something go. Having a hard time moving to another place in your life. Alright, you're really stuck on the past. Now, despite any pain or anything that's difficult for you to move away from here, what's good is you have the Palace of Coins. Another reason why I love this deck, because it has a palace for each suit, which is just talking about the energy of that suit. But with the Palace of Swords, although you could be going through something tough here, whether you're the person who initiated it or someone's doing it to you, you're thinking clearly. Okay, and that's the most, you know, or that's one of the at least minimal things we want to be able to do when we're in a tough situation. Okay, even if we don't like what's happening, at least we could think empirically on the subject and say, okay, this is probably the best move for me, right? And now there's some sort of betrayal here, but there's a new start, all right? And this is a new start that you're very passionate about. So a betrayal or a harsh ending, but you still have a lot of passion. You still have something that you're starting that really does fulfill you, and it fills your cup, okay? We have the Palace of Swords again. All right, so whatever this is that happens, although you're having a hard time moving away from something, I think it gives you that push to say, you know what? I know what I need to do. This might be shitty, but it really gave me the discernment to know what step I have to take going forward. And you have the Palace of Coins. All right, so what does this say? Oh, this is beautiful, guys. Look. So you have the Nine of Wands at the bottom of the deck. You're in a place where you're being very, very resilient, where you really stood your ground through a lot of bullshit. Because you guys stood your ground through something and you really just wanted to look at it in the most logical way possible, you have a new start where not only are you thinking with a clear head now, but you truly feel at home with this. You feel very grounded with this. This is something that you can kind of get into, whether it's a relationship or a new job, but you can walk in with that sense of, yeah, I feel this. Like, I can be here. I can do this. I can be with you. My heart is at home here. Okay, so whether it's a physical move where you make into a new house where it's just like, yeah, you know, I'm the queen or king of this domain, of this area, or just your heart being like, yes, this is what we needed. This is good. Okay, because just with this Palace of Swords energy, you're in an environment that not only do you feel at home, but it challenges you, but in a very good way. Okay, I say it all the time to people that if you are the smartest person in the room, you know, you're in the wrong room. That's nothing, you know, I don't hear anything more than stagnation when you're the smartest or the one doing best in a room. If I'm making, you know, let's say $200,000 a year, I would love to have a circle of people making $300,000, $400,000, $500,000 a year, people making millions a year, so that I can learn how to get to that next level. So you're surrounded by an environment now that it's really going to really step things up a notch. For some of you, this could also be something that has to do with the military as well, okay? Now, the next card that you have here, we have the Seven of Cups in the reverse. So now that you're thinking clearly, if there's anything where there's any sort of illusions, now you're in a place where it's like, okay, everything's on the table. I see everything clearly for what it is. I feel like this deck just like restores my energy. I'm like obsessed with Caro Marchetti. Okay, we have the Judgment card in the reverse. So you realize that there's something in your life that was just a bad call. And you see it for what it is now. There's no sort of illusion. There's nobody putting, you know, the smoke screen in front of you. And with the Six of Coins, guess what? You feel good. At this point, you're like, you know what? Yeah, that was a bad idea, but I finally feel balanced now. I let go of what I had to, and now my life feels balanced again. Okay? Even if it doesn't happen overnight, that's where you guys are getting. And you have the Lovers card. So this could have had to do with a with some sort of love relationship, but there was a bullet that you guys dodged here. If this isn't, you know, someone that you're intimate with or someone that's very close to you, because lovers doesn't always have to be intimate or sexual. It could be your best friend. It could be, you know, a cousin, just someone you're super close to. But there's some sort of bullet that was dodged here where there's some sort of fallout due to either promiscuity, or with the Three of Cups in the reverse, just realizing you have to remove yourself from a situation, because it doesn't always have to be, you know, third-party situation, although in most cases it is. But it could just be something that you just didn't feel was right, that you just remove yourself from and you just want to be separate and alone from. Okay? So moving forward, Aries, the first card that we have is the Sun card in the reverse. Something unexpected that comes to light, something that may feel like it's blocking blessings for you, but let's see what this is and what definition it's going to fall into. We have the Knight of Coins. Alright, so far, maybe something that blocks your blessings. It could be Taurus, Virgo, or Capricorn, or someone that unexpectedly kind of comes into your life. Taurus, Virgo, Capricorn. And you have the Eight of Wands in reverse. So there's just an energy here of something that was blocking you. But with the Eight of Wands in the reverse, you're no longer talking with this energy. You're no longer putting effort into this energy. You guys are completely dropping this energy. I fuck with you guys so heavily because, you know, and I said this in the last few readings, but the last few months, I give you guys so much props and credit because although some of the situations you've gotten yourselves into could have been a little crazy and messy, you guys have always had the same initiative, which is, how do I find my happiness? And what do I have to do to get there? And sometimes, yeah, you could have made mistakes getting there. And maybe you handled some situations not in the best way possible. But you still, you know, that was still the number one thing. I need happiness. That is the most important thing to me. Throughout everything that you guys are going through and what you've been through, you've never forgotten about yourself. Maybe sometimes you put yourself on the back burner, you know, for someone else's sake. But you still always had yourself in mind, which is powerful. A lot of people, you know, would completely forget about themselves altogether. And with the Knight of Wands and the Nine of Wands, You guys are really standing strong and resilient towards a situation that you lost complete control of. So, you know, you're just working on bettering yourself. You're working on this new start here. So this could be you guys either removing yourself from a Taurus, Virgo, or Capricorn. But for others of you, I feel like there's something that was blocking your blessings. You completely cut it out. And now you're able to really stabilize yourself and move forward in a very solid and practical way. Okay? We have the Magician in the reverse. So something that you guys stop trying to manifest, or something where someone is being manipulative in a situation. We have the Page of Wands in the reverse. So any manipulation that's here, I feel like you guys are just moving away from it at this point. You're just not interested. Okay, and you have the Queen of Cups. So this water energy has been following you guys, you know, more for the present and future part of this reading. So this could have to do with the Pisces, Cancer, Scorpio. But there's just something that you know you can't grow with anymore. Alright, so with this, at this point, whether you guys are manipulating a situation or someone else's, okay, there's something that you just know you can't be part of anymore, so you just cut it out. You cut it off. Alright, with the Three of Swords in the reverse, are you fully over this? No. There could be a lot of pain that you're suppressing in regards to this. But there's definitely a sense of you moving past it. We have the Two of Cups in the reverse, so a fallout with a relationship, with a job, with a person. And the Six of Wands. It's victory. You fell out, but it's victory. Alright? So this is the universe telling you, yeah, this might have been tough, but you're good. So there's something from the past or someone that you're thinking a lot about where you're telling yourself, I can't move forward with this anymore. You move on from this place of limbo. You move on from this stagnant place where you're trying to figure out what move to make, because you know that your soul just wasn't at peace. With the Palace of Cups in the reverse, you know, that has a lot to do with your emotions and how you just put yourself out there and how you feel within yourself. So you just weren't feeling good with this, okay? You weren't at ease with this. Your soul was not at ease with this, and you released that burden, okay? So good for you, because for some of you it might not be so difficult. It might be something that's easier said than done, but you do what's right for you. And I feel like, you know, again, for the last few months that there's been kind of something nagging on you that you guys have been trying to get rid of. And now I feel like you're finally stepping into that strength to, you know, tie those loose ends. Okay? Alright, so let's see what the Oracle card guidance is going to be for you guys. And I'm using Oracle of Visions by Chiron Marchetti. I told you guys I'm so obsessed with this man. Okay, he's such a talented artist when it comes to things like this. So, what card of guidance does the sign of Aries need to see? August 2018. All right. That's interesting. This is actually the card that I saw online that made me buy this deck. Because I didn't know what the hell it meant, but I just knew it spoke to me. And when I bought it, you know, the first thing I did was, what does this mean? And it's somebody who's coming out of a tough place, basically, but they see a future. They see something in the horizon. They're not exactly there, but they have the vision, you know, to make it there. Where they're really having to get themselves out of something that just wasn't working. But there's hope. There's light. Okay? They know that they're going to a better place. Now, interesting. So, for anyone into numerology, number 12. I've never pulled this card before. Let's see what it's about. So, it looks like someone's kind of looking into a spear with some sort of embryo or baby there. Well, it's bigger than an embryo. It's a fetus at this point. But let's see what this means. Because I think that this is really going to resonate for you guys. Alright. Wonder of creation. Protection. Destiny. Okay. The guardian angels of life fly so high as to be beyond our sight, but they are always looking down upon us. A guardian angel is witness to the birth of the one whose life he will oversee. He is in awe of the wonder of creation and its significance. Cradling a mystical incubator in which this new life is enclosed, he understands its fragility. As he is now, so will he remain throughout, offering help and support, yet knowing the limitations of his influence. Fate and destiny will play their part. The chakras and the astrological zodiacs orbit the central sphere, suggesting the role they will play in this future life. But this wondrous mechanism is also man-made. A grand part of how this life will be lived and what it will achieve will not be predetermined by fate alone, but by free will and choice. Guys, you're coming more into alignment with your destiny, what you're truly meant to be doing. And that's really powerful here. And, you know, this gives me chills because it's a reminder that your guardian angels are with you. Okay, or your guardian angel, that you do have support on this journey, that there's something that you see in the distance, there's something that's meant for you, destined for you. And because you're falling out of something that just wasn't working for you anymore at this point, you're able to get that. And I'm not saying that what you guys came out of, you know, you were a malicious person, or maybe someone that you were dealing with was very malicious. I feel like it was, you know, just by reading it and the feelings I get with the cards, I'm feeling like it's simply just a situation where there's two energies that just don't combine well anymore. Okay? And that takes a certain level of maturity to understand, because there's this sense where, you know, it's human nature to just kind of have a sense of resentment towards someone or something that didn't work out, and to say it was because of A, B, and C, and it was because of D, E, and F. But what I've grown to realize is that there are certain people that trigger certain things within us, whether it's going to be something good or it's going to be something bad. And something that has just helped me feel so much better about, especially a lot of past situations that I went through. It's not that I'm evil or that a person is evil, you know, that I've dealt with. It's just that our energies did not combine. You know, so it's very easy to look at the past or look at something that didn't work out and have that sense of resentment. But you're going to get to a place, if you haven't already, where you realize, look, it's not that we're bad people. It's not that this was inherently bad or I was inherently bad. There's just something within us that didn't vibe well. And then that's when you also have to backtrack and say, okay, well, where was I in my life where I realized, or when I, you know, felt that this was something I have to get into? So I feel like that's where you should always start. Where was I mentally, physically, emotionally when I got myself into this? Because those are signs to show the path that something is going to take. Okay, I always say the way things start and the speed at which they start has a lot to do with where it ends up. Okay, if you're in a bad place, let's say you're using drugs, let's say you're out late and you're always drinking, and you meet someone and you're like, oh my God, you meet them at a club or something, and you say, that is my soulmate, and you are on some ship. Truth of the matter is, you guys are probably going to be the most toxic thing that ever happens to one another. But demons are attracted to other demons. Alright? So wherever you are in life, whatever energies you have, whatever it is that you feel about yourself, that is what you're bringing in. So right now, I feel like you guys are really just shedding the skin of something that you could have come across maybe at a low point, or maybe something that at this point it's like, you know what, this has ran its course. We just don't do it for each other anymore, or this just doesn't work for me anymore, or this job isn't the best anymore. This friendship has run its course. Whatever it is, you're realizing, okay, I need to go towards something that has energies that suit me. And that is growth. This is something that your guardian angel is saying, yes, it's about time. There's something new that's brewing here. There's a new path altogether that's coming in. And I'm just waiting for that moment for you guys. For a lot of you, you may have had it already, but there is something super big happening for the sign of Aries. Okay, and I really feel that something strong and significant is going to come into your life. And the sooner you're able to clear yourself from things that weren't working, or things that just no longer suit you, the sooner you fall into this destiny. Okay, and again, it doesn't have to be something that's done in a malicious way. Me, myself, recently, I feel like I drop people every day. I just like, I wake up and I'm just like so unimpressed with certain people. And it's not that these people aren't doing magnificent things. It's just, my idea for success and my idea for what I want to do in life, it's the most important thing to me. So I just want energies around me that support it. So if I see people being stagnant, or if I see them constantly making bad decisions, I'm not really going to want to take part in it after a while. So I have to shed the skin of some of those people. So I do have a lot of people at this moment that they're like, oh my God, this girl is full of herself, and you know, she's a bitch, and she just cut me off like that. And I think that they need to realize that it's not anything personal. Guys, when there's something big that we want in life, or there's something strong within us that we feel is meant for us, you need to clear out absolutely everything that can be a detriment to it. All right. And at the end of the day, when you get to that point, when you make those $1 million, or when you get that CEO position, or when you start this non-profit, you know, organization that's going to change the world, whatever it is you're trying to do, once you get there and you're stabilized and you're set, that is when you could kind of go back and say, okay, I know I had to drop you for a little bit, you know, no hard feelings, but I had something to do. And I really hope that you can respect the fact that I had to focus and that I couldn't be distracted at that time. And if you guys lose those people forever, then I don't think that that's something that was truly meant to be there. If somebody sees you honestly wanting to grow and do something for yourself, and they don't want to be around for that, and they get angry at that, then that has a lot more to do with them. But we have to put ourselves in a position where we start looking out for ourselves, and we start doing what's going to be right, and we try to do it in, you know, a very light energy sort of way. So yeah, there's certain things that you can do to let people down easier, to kind of get yourself out of a situation that doesn't suit you anymore. But whoever's truly meant to be in your life, whatever's truly meant to be there, it will be there. Okay, so don't be afraid about who you have to lose. Don't be afraid about, you know, what if I'm making the wrong decision? Even if you are making the wrong decision, people who are truly there for you will be there. Okay, so good luck to you guys and this new journey that you're finally, you know, truly embarking on. And I'm excited to see what comes up for you guys. So we'll see how this continues with the next reading I put out for you guys. But thank you again for all of you that have been liking, that have been subscribing. If you guys want to follow me on Instagram, it's High Vibrations 44. But yeah, I'm just getting caught up, guys. You know, I had such a blast this summer, and I'm just really happy I was able to take time off. So until I get completely caught up with just everything I have going right now, the wait time for personal readings will be anywhere from 3 to 4 full weeks. Okay, so once you purchase that, you can go ahead and you know, just send me the information you need for the reading. And once you get your confirmation email, there's no need to email me. Just know that I have it on my end, and I'll send it the moment it's done. But in the course of the time that you guys are waiting, if anything changes, please email me. You know, update me, let me know anything new you may want me to look into, or something that just doesn't resonate, that you don't want to be looked into anymore, so I can adjust it for you. For those who do want to hear from me, and you need to hear from me like right now, right away, then I do have emergency readings. Okay, so with those readings, I get it out in about 24 hours. Okay, and it'll be a recorded video that is sent to your email. Okay, so I'm happy to help, and those are super affordable. So it's definitely, you know, very realistic thing if you guys do want to hear from me very quickly. But I love y'all so much, and I really hope that this works out in your benefit, although I see something very powerful that you're going into. Alright, so I have been ranting for 28 minutes, so let me get off this, but I love you guys and good luck. Take care, Aries.